Hello, this is Jason Chantry. I'm recording my video for Enhancement 7 for week 9. So this week I made a few changes to the admin PHP file to add to where the client can change their profile information, and also added some code for the products and such. So I'll start to demonstrate that now. I did add a little bit of CSS to try to make this look a little bit better, but I'm not quite done with it. But part of the not part of this particular enhancement. So if we log in, and remember what the password is. So we logged in. It tells them that they're logged in. Changed profile information, so I have this separated into two forms as required. The first one is to change the name, first name, last name, email, and the last one is the password. It said not to display it, so I'll remove that. But sorry, I just fixed some CSS that I had my account. I put this here so that I can always go back to this when it changes it between my account and log out. So anyway, it was sticking. I had it fixed instead of just regular blocks. So anyway, so user information, if I change profile, let's just validate this here. So HTML and CSS are good. So if we save info, it's going to tell us that we're unable to update the information, and it keeps the text in there. So let's just change this back to user. First, let's go. Just want to show that that information is in the database. Troubles connecting right at the moment. There it goes. So you can see that right now the administrator is and the last name super user. So I'll just change that to user. Save info. Thanks. Your profile was updated. And if I come back to here and refresh, that changed to user, so that's good. That changed to user as well, so it updated that information. Changed password. Again, I'll get rid of that, but I guess it says not to display it, so it's not being displayed. If I change password, it comes into here. So new password. If I added code, I didn't really say to do this, but if they're blank, it comes up, tells you need to fill them out. If they mismatch, then it says that they're mismatched. So I'll just type in something here and something down here. The passwords do not match. So let's do. I don't know. So let's see. So that's going to be 3B7/7. The password's been changed. And let's refresh here. So that hash password did change, so that's good. I'm going to go ahead and change it back because I'll forget. SUP3R. Password changed back. Let's just refresh that, make sure that updated, and that did update. So good there. So we can also manage products. Again, this only pops up if that was the previous enhancement, if the user has level is greater than level 2 or level 1, I think it was. So I do have my table here of all the different products. Let's modify the act. I already did that one at some point. I'm just going to put rockets. Let's go back to here, show inventory. So Acme rocket, and let's change height back to 60. I've been changing all kinds of stuff, but update product. Successfully updated Acme rockets in database. So if I come back here, so now Acme rockets, and the inventory size went to 60. So modify that back. That does select as well. I think that was one of the requirements, that it goes and reloads everything but selects the actual category that is stored in the database. So that seems to be working. One of the things, if you modify and don't change anything, it's supposed to fail to update the product, make changes and try again. So it will just keep failing that way unless you make a change. So I'm just going to go back to my account. Let's see. I'll just review the. I'm supposed to show in here. Let's validate that as well. I got good on HTML and CSS. Let's go to modify. Validate. Both is good. And let's go to delete a product. Let me add one real quick. Oh, not a category. Let's add product. That's my. So I gotta get rid of all my warnings there. So let's see. What did I do? So Jason's test. That went in there. So now if I go in and delete that, so it says product name in the description, confirm permanent product deletion. So if I delete the product, successfully deleted, and it should be gone there. Yep. So, the whole thing is I wanted to validate that for you. Let me pause it and recreate that again. Okay, so I recreated that product. So now if I go into delete, let's validate that page. Looks like we're good there. So, and just to show that it's actually doing that, let's refresh that inventory, and we should see that Jason's test is in there. If I come and delete that product and go back and refresh, it's now gone. So that is working as well. Okay, I'm just going to pause and go and look at all the rest to make sure I covered everything. So back in, one of the requirements is back here, we need to make sure that the products and this paragraph and the title don't show up if I'm like a level 1. So let's log out. Let's log back in. I think that's the password. Yep. So now it just gives me my user information. I can change my profile information, but it doesn't give me the rest of that. So that's that's that. So as far as all of my code and files, you'll see that in the zip file that I send over to you, but just wanted to show in client update. I created that over here. I have change password, client update, all of those new files are in there. But I do have two forms. So form 1 is for the regular information, and form 2, which is a separate submission to the accounts controller, is for the password. So do have that in there. In my change password, I'm supposed to show that it doesn't actually put the text in. It just uses the hidden there, so that's there, and it does use hidden inputs to send that data back to the controller, so that all that's in there. So to show when you go to change information, that each section does have a header or title for each one. So you know that's displaying. It doesn't actually display the password. That's just a text that says no password. It just shows. I don't know, I just thought it looked better to have something in there, but I guess I could move the actual change password both fields to this page, but I opted to have that on a second page. So back when I was demonstrating the change password, it won't allow you to, I showed if you put two different passwords in there that it came up with an error, but if you don't have anything in there, it will ask you to fill out those fields. So I think that's just about everything. I guess the rest you can see in my code. So all those processes work. So thanks for your time.